I wanted to touch on anger and how it becomes an unhealthy way to control the situation, to control others around you, to control your relationship, to control whatever may be going on, right? And anger in itself is not inherently bad or evil, right? It's an emotion, and all emotions are sometimes justified in some situations, right? And they can be useful. They can give you energy and motivation to do what needs to be done in that moment, right? But more often than not, anger is simply going to create more damaged relationships in your life, right? It's going to create a sort of relationship where others only do what you want because they fear you, where others don't truly respect you, where they may even question you and your ability to lead and be the one in charge, right? And that's going to maybe even lead to people hating you in some way, right? And as you begin to realize this for yourself and understand that anger more often than not is just the easiest way, the least skillful, and the quickest way to make others do what you want, right? Make others fall in line with your heightened sense of emotion in that state of being in anger, right? And a lot of times what I see when somebody's stuck in angry ways, right? Whether it's yelling, whether it's always arguing, whether it's always raising their voice at whoever may be in front of them that is in this disagreement with them, right? Whatever way you're stuck in anger, what I see is that it's commonly tied to repressed emotions where they never truly were taught how to regulate their emotions, right, as a child, as an adolescent. And these repressed emotions simply become fuel for that anger, right? Because they transform into this rage, this anger that they can instantly turn on with a seemingly invisible switch. And it's also tied to a hatred for oneself, right? I often hear these people speak about themselves in very demeaning ways where they'll use humor, they'll use anything to kind of talk bad about themselves in a way. And this can also be tied to rage or anger for someone in their past, whether it was a relationship, a parent, something that happened in their past. And it can also just be a learned behavior, right? A generational trait that's passed down from seeing their parents speak to each other this way, seeing their family members, their cousins, their uncles or aunts, whoever may be, speak to each other this way through anger. It can just be a mere mimicking of those behaviors, right? So I've also seen that a lot of times these people are surrounding themselves with the same type of people, right? The angry, antagonistic personalities where their friendships are even normal to them, right? Because this is how they speak to each other, this is how they act to each other, and it's just becomes their personality to be the one that's always angry. And if you've been struggling with this and you've seen that it's damaged a lot of your relationships, it's damaged a lot of your opportunities, it's closed doors for you, then that's when it's going to be time for you to acknowledge that it's something internal that's going on, and it's going to take a lot of introspection and raising your awareness to understand why it is that you instantly revert to the easiest, quickest way to express yourself, right? Because being angry and using the actions that come from it, that stem from it, is the easiest way to react to something. It doesn't take but a split second to go down that road, right?